So guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another video. As this Saturday, Manchester United take on Nottingham Forest, and we'll be talking all about that game in today's video. So if you do enjoy, please make sure to give it a like. If you are new to the channel and want to subscribe and have not done so already, then make sure you guys are doing that by hitting that red button in the bottom right corner of this video. And as always guys, get in the comment section letting me know your thoughts going into the game and your score predictions as well. But anyway guys, let's get on to the preview. So guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So tomorrow it's the evening kickoff. Manchester United back in action. The last game of the year into the City ground taking on Nottingham Forest. And the main question going into the game tomorrow is, can Manchester United build on that Aston Villa result? The other day was absolutely fantastic. It was one of the best second halves I've seen this season from this team. Like, numerous times we've been 2-0 down in a lot of games this season and heads would drop. Heads would drop. I would never think of this Manchester United team of getting back into the game. But the other day that changed. The second half was brilliant. Højlund getting his first goal. Garnacho was again balling out in that game. What a game he had, getting us back into the game, inspiring that comeback. So we need to make sure we build on it. Build on it, please, because numerous times, you have a Liverpool game a few weeks ago, really good result. Going to Anfield, getting a draw for this team felt like a win. West Ham up next. At the West Ham Stadium, you're thinking, you know what, build on that result. Go there and get a win. You know, have some consistency about you. We go there, and again, it's another crap performance. Arguably, one of the worst of the season. And again, we lose 2-0 to West Ham. And you're thinking, what the hell is going on here? And the next game, we're 2-0 down against Aston Villa. We find a way to come back and win somehow. Like, this team just doesn't make sense at the moment. But we now have to build on it. Just get some consistency. It's what we need in this team. And I said it in the reaction to the Villa game. I know these players can do it. That is the most frustrating thing about these bunch of players. I know how good some of them are. I know how good some of them can be. But we just don't see it regularly. We do not see enough consistency with this group of players. I don't know what it is. I've said it before. As soon as one heads drop, you know, all the other players follow. They all follow. It's not just a few of them. They all down tools at the same time. They all down tools at the same time. So we need some consistency. And maybe this is the game to do so. To be fair, before the Villa game, I was thinking, you know, Villa, yeah, really tough game. Arguably, am I confident? No. Are we going to win the game? No. We managed to win it. But also before the Villa game, I'm thinking our next two games, Villa and Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest, new manager bounce, just peppered Newcastle 3-1 at St James's Park. Which I tell you this, not many teams are going to do that this season. So they're under a new manager now. They have confidence going into the game. So again, I know no game is ever easy in the Premier League. But you look at the Nottingham Forest, you look at the Lutons, you look at the Burnleys, and you think it should be 3 points. But we played Burnley already. We played Luton. It wasn't easy. So this game is going to be far from easy tomorrow evening. And when I say I'm confident off that second half, yeah, I am. I really am confident off the second half. I'll tell you what, if we can perform like we did in that second half for every single rest of the game this season, we're going to be hard to beat. But I know these players aren't capable of doing that, and that's the frustrating thing about it. But yeah, I think we've got to be confident. Seeing that second half, it really showed to me that the players are fighting for this manager, which was a big question mark, because the way things have been going at 2-0, you're thinking this is the final straw. This is it now. Another game at home. 2-0 down inside 20 minutes. Another crap half of football. How much more can we take of this, you know, crap football that we're playing? This inconsistency. And in the second half, they come out and they surprised me. They surprised me so much. I didn't know they had it in them, to be honest, to come out and play like that. The pressing was brilliant. Some of the football we were playing was delightful. The goals were brilliant. Højlund getting his first goal. Every player in that second half looked good. You know, Ericsson was brilliant. Bruno Fernandes was incredible. It just looked good, but it's strange because this whole Premier League season is strange. Because anyone can beat anyone at any point. West Ham beating Arsenal 2-0 at the Emirates. Nobody would have saw that ever coming. Brighton peppering Spurs 4-2. Like, no one can predict how the season's going to go. So every game is a question mark. Every game is a question mark. Even Man City are failing at winning some games this season as well. So you never know what's going to happen, but for this team to go forward now, we need to make sure we're ending the new year on a high by beating Nottingham Forest. and injured players as well. Apparently, Malacia, Casemiro, Martinez, and I think one other player, Ten Hag said, all should be back around January, which is fantastic news because we need our full strength squad back, because our full strength squad is brilliant. It's brilliant. I just want to see it back because it gives me so much more confidence going into games. But yeah, I think it'll be a similar team to what we saw for the Villa game going into this one tomorrow. But saying that, guys, I will put my team on the screen now. So, guys, what's going on? So, here's my team going into the game against Forest. So, I've gone with Andre and Nana in goal. The back four, Diego Dalla, Rafael Varane, Johnny Evans and Wan-Bissaka. In the midfield, I've gone Manu to Partner Eriksson once again. In the front four, Marcus Rashford, Garnacho, Bruno Fernandes and Højlund. So, an unchanged side going into it with many of our players not due back until January. It's going to be a very similar side to what we saw against Villa. So, I have gone for the exact same thing. But let me know your thoughts down below and let's get back to the preview. So guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So that's my team going into it. Let me know your thoughts down below. Of course, as you can see, the team is unchanged from the side the other day against Villa. I just don't think it's fair for any of these players to be dropped, because in that second half, they came out fighting. They showed they were up for it. So I just don't think it's fair to drop any of these players. And to be honest with you, the bench, really, honestly, is any of those players on the bench good enough to come into the side or start in the team? I don't think they are. So I wouldn't drop any of them really. So I have kept it the same. But of course, guys, let me know your thoughts down below and your teams as well. But now, guys, a bit about Nottingham Forest. Well, Nottingham Forest at the start of the season were really bad. Under Steve Cooper, they weren't going well. They were picking up loss after loss after loss. And to be honest with you, I do get it in a way, because when you have the transfer window they had, they literally brought in an entire new squad. I think it was like 21 players they brought in or something crazy like that. And how do you manage that with the players you have already? How do you even go about managing that, keeping everyone happy, building consistency? I just don't think you can do it when you have that transfer window. You need a few years, in my opinion. So, and you're not going to get that in football. So it was really difficult for Steve Cooper to get this team going. And to be honest, he's picked up a few decent results this season, but he hasn't followed it up. And of course, he did get sacked the other week. And Nuno Espirito Santos, the former Spurs manager, has joined them. And they went to Newcastle the other day and they just bullied them. And they beat them 3-1 and Chris Wood scored a hat-trick. What? Like, how? Chris Wood scoring a hat-trick before Rashford has even scored one? It's incredible stuff. So, yeah, he's had a perfect start to his management career at Forest. And they're going to be confident now. Going here, or coming, we're going there, aren't we? So, especially another game at the City Ground, bouncing off a big win away at St James's Park. The fans are going to be up for it. The players are going to be confident. And it's going to be another very, very tough game for Manchester United to go there and get a result, in my opinion. As I mentioned, I am confident going into the game. I do think we'll get the result. But again, Forest have shown, I know Newcastle aren't in the best place at the moment, but Nottingham Forest have shown on the attack they can be lethal. You've got Morgan Gibbs-White, Elanga, Chris Wood, a few other players in midfield as well. Sangare, who I don't think is available for the game, but he's been bossing it recently. They got Murillo at the back, and Murillo, that centre-back for Nottingham Forest, has been bossing it this season as well, so massive credit to him. He has been brilliant every single time I've watched them this season. They do have players which can hurt, especially Elanga. Again, it's just written for him to score in this one. But again, we do know we can definitely get to that Forest defence with the likes of Garnacho. Højlund now needs to build on that first goal. He needs to make sure he's getting more now, because I do think as soon as he get one, it's just natural to go on and score 3 or 4 more in your next couple of games. That's how it should be. That's how it needs to be for me, because it's not good enough in a way getting 1 goal in 14 games. Yes, he's working very hard, and I'm noticing that. I'm saying it every video. He does the hard things really, really well. The hold-up play, he doesn't get enough service. He doesn't get enough touches on the ball. And yes, that's down to our attack and the likes of Garnacho, Anthony, Bruno, really not finding him. But could he be in the better positions? He can be. Like, you have to have criticism of every single player, and, you know, a way they can improve. And that's how I think Højlund can improve his game. Just certain things like that. But he's still very, very young. But he needs to build on that now. I'm excited to see Garnacho again tomorrow. He's just impressed me every single game he's playing. Yes, he had an off game against West Ham, but everyone did. So you can't really fault anyone in for saying that, can you, really? So, yeah, I'm excited to see that team tomorrow. And hopefully we go into that Forest game playing the way we did in that second half for the whole game. pressing well, playing some good football, because I know we can do it. I know we can do it. We have it in ourselves to do it, and that's what we need to see more often now. With injured players coming back, it's only going to help out, you know, the likes of Garnacho, the likes of Højlund. Having Martinez back, again, gives you more confidence. Having likes of Casemiro back in that midfield, being that building block, again, gives you so much more defensively and also going forward. So I'm happy to have those coming back, hopefully soon after the new year. But yeah, my final thoughts going into the game, as I've mentioned, if we don't get a result in here, then what's the point? What's the point of doing that Villa? What is the point of beating Villa the other day if we can't get a result here? Because, you know, we've seen it many times this season. I'm bored of saying it. You know, build on it, build on it, build on it. Because we never, ever do. We never do. And we need to make sure we are. And if we can get past Forest, going into the new year, start the new year fresh, as I mentioned, players coming back, and hopefully we can just build on and get up that table a bit, because that's what we need to do. I'm happy Arsenal lost. I'm happy Spurs lost. Newcastle lost. So a lot of results did go in our favour. And we won as well. So all positives at the moment. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. Score predictions. I'm saying Manchester United 2-0 against Forest. Clean sheet. We've kept many of them this season. Against Forest, you've just scored 3. It's going to be tricky. But you got to back the team off that second half performance, haven't you? So yeah, 2-0, guys. Please make sure to give us a like. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Please also get in the comments. Let me know your thoughts going into the game and also your score predictions. But that's me done. Have a good new year, guys. And I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.